scene where two friends are arguing about what they want to do tonight. Friend 1 is trying to convince friend 2 to come out, stop moping around, and have fun. Friend 2 is saying that friend 1 needs to stop trying to get her to do things just because she enjoys them. Now picture yourself as one of the characters in the scene, and raise your hand if you would say you are friend 1 trying to get friend 2 to come out with you. Okay? Now, raise your hand if you would say you are friend 2 who wants friend 1 to leave them alone. Alright, so about 5 of you then would be considered more extroverted, and 3 of you would be considered more introverted. Carl Gustav Jung is the man who invented the terms introvert and extrovert. He defined extroversion as characterized by interest in the external object, responsiveness and a ready acceptance of external happenings, a desire to influence and be influenced by events, a need to join in, the capacity to endure bustle and noise of every kind and actually enjoy them, constant attention to the surrounding world, the cultivation of friends and acquaintances. Psychology Today then defined introversion as introverts are drained by social encounters and energized by solitary, often creative pursuits. In today's world, both in social media and the literary industry, introverts are in high focus. I am personally more introverted, and there have been many times when I have tried to get extroverts to make me stop trying to go out and do things with them, but the terms are not mutually exclusive. Everyone has some aspects of introversion and extroversion in their personalities. In books and media, it is more prominent and more important than ever. Psychology Today said traditionally, because we in Western culture tend to take a more extroverted orientation to life, introverts have long been prejudiciously perceived as being pathologically shy or even psychotic. But this negative bias toward introverts and introversion has started to change lately. There are many misconceptions about introverts and extroverts, but the most popular one is that introversion and shyness are synonyms, which although introverts really enjoy solitary activities, which is something shy people tend to enjoy as well, extroverts can be shy also. Serena Williams said, "I'm a real extrovert, but when I'm around someone new, I'm super shy." The differences between extroverts and introverts are advantageous, especially in group scenarios. There are people who need to get up and present ideas, and then there are people who need to think them up and really be secluded. One person doesn't represent an entire group, but generally extroverts are more engaging and outgoing through physical communication. Guys can be visual aids. Oh no, okay. Okay. Visual aid 1, would you say you're more extroverted or introverted?
Extroverted.
I'm introverted.
Okay, so I'll ask you guys to do a couple of tasks. First, I want you to just jump up and down until I ask you to stop. Okay, so you notice how the extrovert here keeps her arms by her sides, whereas the introvert had them drawn in toward himself. It's because his personality is more drawn in, hers is more outgoing. Now, do a trust fall. Okay, as extroverts are more trusting and engaging with other people. You guys could sit down. She was more likely to go towards the introvert, who would be more likely to put the minimum amount of physical activity into the scenario. Okay. You need to understand introversion and extroversion in other people, but you also need to understand it in yourself. You need to understand how you will best work with other people in groups, and you need to understand what kind of activities you'll be best at. For instance, introverts are more likely to enjoy things like reading, which extroverts often hate, and extroverts are more likely to enjoy group activities such as team sports. John Green said, "Writing is something you do alone. It's a profession for introverts who want to tell you a story but don't want to make eye contact while doing it." Extroverts and introverts have a lot they can learn from each other. More introverted skill that extroverts could stand to learn is self-awareness, which really comes in handy in speech communication, especially when perception checking, which is the process of communicating to someone how you are perceiving their ideas. In conclusion, extroverts and introverts are in higher focus now than ever. You need to understand yourself as well as others in order to be most effective through communication. We can find peace between different personality types by understanding each other, and we can benefit each other if we don't force introverts out of their comfort zones or extroverts into our own.